What's going on, guys? Welcome back. And we're here in the garage, and we got my brother-in-law's 2019 Kawasaki Vulcan S, as you can see right there. And we're going to be working it on today. Really quick install of something that we need to update, and that is this headlight. But you're asking me why, David, why do you have his bike in your garage? So without getting into much detail, recently him and his wife had a baby, and you know, he has no place to store this. He lives in an apartment, and you know what, your responsibilities change, your priorities change, and he has nowhere to store it. So I said, give it to me, I'll store it in the garage. And I let him know that, you know, we're going to be working on it, but I only told him that we're going to do the oil change, and we're going to be doing just preventive maintenance while it sits here and does nothing. But so far I've upgraded the mirrors. As you can see, these Kamimoto bar end mirrors. These are awesome mirrors. And let's take a walk around the bike, and I'll show you what he's done to it and what I've done to it so far. All right, so starting from the front, like I said, I did actually put the Kamimoto mirrors on there for him. Hopefully he likes that. I will be testing these out. Took off the mirrors, I gave him a nice quad lock. So he's done the floorboards. I actually adjusted these for him. They were all loose and every which way, so I kind of played around with it. He's a little taller than me, but I put these at the setting where you can get your foot under the shifter, and on the brake side you have a usable brake pedal. They do slant down a little bit. I don't know why. Maybe I should play around with them more, but that's okay for now. And what else I've done, a few months back, I told them you should buy these spools to put these spools so you could lift the back end up, clean the chain nice and easy. And then also we did a tail tidy for him. He did help me, and my father helped me do this. There was a stuck bolt, and my dad has been a mechanic for over 30 years. He helped us take that bolt out. But yeah, that's so far, that's what I've done and he's done. And if you haven't seen the video of these Kamimoto mirrors, me installing them, check that out. I had a problem with stuck bolts too. Like I said, he doesn't know that I'm upgrading some things on this bike, but hopefully it's a surprise to him. Hopefully when he does have a little more time in his life, he could ride a little bit more, even take this to work again. But today we are going to actually update the halogen bulb in there. He actually put this bikini fairing on here, which really looks nice. I like it. It's a little plain, but it does look nice. So we're going to take this off, and then we are going to get access to the light. Let's get into it. So before we take this bikini fairing off, I want to show you what this light looks like. Now it's a beautiful day here in New Jersey, so I'm going to close the garage door, and I'm going to turn off the light, and we're going to turn on the ignition and see what this light looks like. We'll give you before, we'll give you after. Alright, I'm going to start the bike, but first we're going to put it on the on position, the accessory position. There's a little bulb, and when you turn on the bike, it's a little accessory bulb. It turns on when just the ignition's on. Now, that really looks kind of pathetic, so take a look at this. You barely can see it flashing on the garage door. So this is in the accessory position. It just has that little bulb lighting it up. It's basically not a daytime running light, but a light that just turns on when you have the ignition on. So let's start the bike, and I'll show you what the headlight looks like. So this is what it looks like with the regular halogen bulb. So this is the LED light I got off of Amazon. I plugged in the bike off of Amazon, and I looked and I browsed, and I looked that some people installed this on their Kawasaki. So it does come in a pair, that's nice, 50 bucks. So this is a cooler temperature, 6,000 Kelvin, So that means it's going to be a blue light, LED light. Operating hours, it says up to 50,000 hours. Some basic stuff on the back here, just like that. And this also, that's the name brand of it, right there. So let's install it. So first we're going to take the fairing off here. It's just 2 bolts. There's a backing screw on here. Let's see, second screw. All right, got that one off. This thing looks dirty, dirty, dirty. All right, so there's a screw here and a screw on the other side, right there. We're going to unscrew those, and then at the top right here is just where it holds by a rubber grommet. So we're gonna just pop it up and lean it forward. All right, these bolts are a 5mm Allen. So let's take these off. It's kind of a awkward position for these, but it's loose. You really have to invest in a maybe a ratchet set of Allens, because I feel like all the manufacturers use these Allen keys, and it's kind of a pain in the butt just using a regular Allen wrench like this. Untighten that. One bolt. I get on the other side here. There's the second bolt. So now this is loose. And there's a little grommet up here that you just have to pull up. So there are the 2 grommets, and then you basically put them onto these little posts here, right there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to unplug the light. This is actually the light source right here, and then there's this rubber kind of boot thing, or just to seal it in so you get no moisture or get wet inside. So let's unplug this first. Unplug this right here. We're going to tease it out. There we go. So that's that right there. And now here, there's the mechanism that holds the bulb here. So it's just a little squeeze and this pops up. So there's a little, I don't know if you guys can see it right here, a little hook that goes under indentation here. And basically what you want to do is just pull, push down, and it pops out. All right, so let's open up the bulb. The LED right here comes in 2, gives you gloves to hold the bulbs, just like that. There they are. So I'm actually going to just put my blue mechanics gloves on. All right, so this pops out just like that. You can't mess it up because here on the housing itself, it looks like it only fits one way. So we're gonna take the bulb, take our new bulb, place it the way it's supposed to be. Slots right in, nice and easy. See that? Now we're gonna lock it in. There you go, locked in. Now we're gonna take the rubber grommet that goes around here to keep the moisture out, install it. So here is the accessory light that sits right here when you turn the ignition on or leave it in accessory mode. So I was going to replace this, but felt like, you know what, it really doesn't matter. It's only in accessory mode. You're not going to see it with this bright light anyway. Only when you have an accessory mode, and that's it. So, all right, so let's get the rubber grommet here. Same idea. You want to make sure where the prongs are, that you don't push down on that. So push down the middle first and then kind of massage it in here. Of course, you don't want to mess the prongs up. And then you can push the outside around. Make sure that's in, just like that. We're gonna take our plug and plug it right in. Now you want to push down all the way, make sure it's nice contact and it's not going anywhere. So now we're going to reverse the steps. So we're going to take this, we're going to put it in the rubber grommets here, massage it in, There. Now we're going to screw these back on. We're going to throw the windshield back on. Alright, so I just installed the headlight, the LED light. I'm going to shut off the light in here, and we are going to turn it on, and I'll show you the difference. You saw it before, now it's time to see what this can do. Alright, you still have the accessory light there. Eventually I'm going to change it, but for now we're going to leave it. But this is what it looks like with the LED. This actually looks so much better. The light is so much brighter, and that's just changing the light bulb. There's no errors on the dash. Probably using the same voltage and everything. So yeah, man, this looks pretty awesome. So there you have it, guys. We just installed this LED on this 2019 Vulcan S. A lot better. You probably could see a lot better at night. I can't wait to use it at night. We're gonna have to take a test run on it. This will definitely light up the streets and make sure you are basically seen. So if you like today's video, guys, please hit that like button. Also, if you do like this video and you want to see more content on this 2019 Vulcan S, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. Every time I upload something, the good old YouTube will let you know. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.